Okay, I'm literally doing my intro at my daughter's track meet. This video, ever since Texas had its ice storm, I have not been able to get it together and get myself on a schedule, but it's okay. We're here now. We're about to bust out this chair and it'll be all good. If y'all have never been to my channel, my name is Ashley. I do thrift flips, and on this video, you're gonna see me flipping a chair that I got from a garage sale. I got it for less than $1. I think I got it for 50 cents. And I just did a flip of a desk that I'm using at my house. So y'all can go check out that video. There's 3 parts to it. And this is going to be the chair that I'll be using for the desk. And I'm very excited about it. And I'm loving having my desk. It is amazing. Anyways, y'all go check out my videos. And if you like what you see in this one, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. All right, see y'all at the end. Bye. I'm going to take off the pad on this because we're going to get us a new one. I'm gonna go clean this up, throw this away, and this away. I'm gonna clean this up, and then we'll get the cushion on this after I put a coat of paint on that chair. Right now, I'm just mixing up this Durham putty. I put too much water in here at first, so I kept just adding the putty until I get to the consistency that I want. And all I'm doing this for is to fill in some holes. If you hear children in the background, it's because I got my kids and my niece and nephew here homeschooling. They just finished actually, so they are not in the actual process of it. They're cleaning up. And just going to scrape this along the edge. I'm going to go around, finish filling in some holes, and finish covering up some of these spots around, and then I'll be done with that. Okay, so here I'm just putting on a couple coats of paint. At this point, I'm putting on 1 coat. You want to keep your coats light. You don't want to put them on super heavy, or it'll just make a mess and it won't look good. So light coats of paint, let it dry, and then you can come back in with a 2nd coat. And if you want, you can do a 3rd coat, but I only did 2 coats of paint, and it's going to make it easier to wet distress later. Got my foam for my seat. And then this is a bean sack that I got from a store down the street from us. And I got it for $3. She had several, but I just went ahead and grabbed one this time. But I'm pretty sure I can get more. I have 2, I mean, it's the whole thing. This side's pretty cool, I think. And then this has the stripe. So for the first thing I'm going to use this for, I think I'm just going to use this part with the stripe, and I'm going to measure out what I need and get that going. I've already had a slight mishap, but we're going to make it work. We're going to figure it out. I want that, but I want it offset a little bit. So we're just going to move this over a smidge. Get rid of that. I'm going to make sure it's as straight as possible, because that is the piece I want, but I do want it offset. I don't want it directly down the middle, and I'm just going to cut Oh shoot, hold on. We gotta remember that there's a big fat cushion underneath, bigger than, we gotta make sure we have plenty of fabric here. That's gonna work. That's gonna work. That's gonna work. Okay. So, just gonna cut all the way down to there. Okay, now, the problem we ran into is my foam is not going to hit all the way to the edge. But I have a way that I'm going to fix that, because I'm not about to go back to the store tomorrow. I want this finished. It's the good size if my piece wouldn't have been this awkward shape. So, gotta be in here. Under this, yes. Found it. So, we are going to cut this. Is there a, oh, look at that. It is cutting it better than I thought. So, hopefully I don't go too far. Super sad. Okay. Cut. Alrighty. That is done. Now I'm going to cut this side. I'm going to start stapling it. I'm going to make sure I have room for everything to pull up all the way around. And then I'm going to make sure that it's where I want it to be. I'm going to go with 5/16 on this one. We've had this forever. Obviously, I do not remember where we got it. We've had it for forever, but you can get these literally anywhere. I did get the staples from Harbor Freight just because I was there and I needed some. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is just start in the middle, and I'm going to get it to where I want it. And I'm going to staple it. Then I'm going to do this side. But before I do anything, I'm just going to make sure that it is straight on there and not, you know, going crooked. So I want to make sure that when I staple all this, now, these are the parts that I'm going to have to fix here in a second. All right, so now we want this to stay where it's at. Okay. Now I'm just going to go around, stapling it down, and as I go, I will flip and turn and make sure I'm not stretching it too much. Okay, so on this part, I am just going to fold in the edges. So I have it stapled all the way around. And all I'm doing is bringing this up like so. Making sure all my pieces are pulled in. And then I'm going to staple like that. And after I do all 4 corners, I will go around and trim all this and probably put a few more. I just don't want to staple too much yet until I know it is to where I want it to be. Okay, I just have a few minutes to get this going before I get to work. Like actual, real, making money work. So, all I'm going to do right now is sand this down a little bit in some spots and just rough it up. And then, after I do that, we're going to put some coats of, sandpaper is the worst. It's like chalkboard stuff happening here. Anyways, we're just going to sand this down in a few spots, give it the look we're wanting. I'm also sanding it down just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. But I'm going to move y'all over in front. I don't even have the light on. What am I doing? Let me see. Turn the light on for y'all. There we go. Anyway, so just kind of roughing this up around the edges and on some of this detail. You can already see I got it there. Just hitting it with the sandpaper, and it's also going to smooth out the paint that I put on there. So, and you can go as heavy on the distressing or as light as you want. It'll just be your preference. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna go through and wipe it down, and then we're gonna start putting on the glaze. Okay. Also, another way to distress these, especially since I put such a light coat of paint on, is just a wet distress. So you just get a damp rag and wipe away. So let's just see up here. It kind of will help take away some of that easily. So when I was doing the desk, I'm telling y'all, I globbed that paint on, and my husband was like, you don't need that much paint. Anyways, should have listened. But this is what I was wanting to do in the video when I talked about wet distressing, is literally just getting your rag and you wipe it down, and as you're wiping, you can kind of take away more. So, but you can't really do that too easily. You can't do it easy at all if you glob the paint on. So, just some advice there. All right, I like the look of that. The Waverly Wax Antiquing Glaze. But I made this, which is water and Waverly Wax, the Antiquing Glaze. And it just waters it down so it doesn't go on so thick. It's just gonna get that look without like putting it on there so much, so then I have so much to wipe off. Because I just want it to look aged and not so bright. But, and with this, I can get good coverage, and it goes on smooth, and I don't have to worry about dark, thick globs of it like I had on the desk. And I can make sure all my spots are rubbed in, like the feet. Okay. So real quick, we are going to flip this over and put the cushion on it before I late for work. Okay, that chair was fun, and it really did not take long at all. Just wiping it down, putting on the chalk paint after filling some holes that there were in the chair, and then being able to distress it and put this cushion on. I enjoyed it, and it really turned out so cute, and I'm glad to have a chair now for my desk. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all on my next one. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.